The land of China was once shrouded in mystery to the rest of the ancient world. To the west, the Silk Road was a connection between two realms that suggested China to be a place of immense wealth and power. Whilst other distant civilizations like Rome or Egypt would see dramatic falls, China would continue to rise through countless dynasties and emperors for thousands of years, forming the global superpower we know today. From constructing the longest structure in the world to hosting the largest and deadliest wars in mankind's history, China is the longest continuous civilization on Earth, dating back 5,000 years. It has withstood the ancient era, the Middle Ages, and the modern period. But the question remains, can they continue on? To understand the future of this fascinating land, we must start from the very beginning. Civilization began along the basins of the Yellow River and the Yangtze. But these waters were treacherous. Flooding constantly displaced or killed early settlers, washing away their crops and lodgings. The land was cruel and inhospitable until a legendary figure emerged, Yu the engineer. Unlike his father, who spent a decade building walls that failed, Yu understood the water. He spent years building a canal-based irrigation system, channeling the floodwaters into the sea. His success ended the era of flooding, and for his merit, he was named China's ruler, beginning the Shah dynasty, the catalyst for Chinese dynastic system. But power in China quickly turned from merit to bloodlines. When Yu died, the throne passed to his son, establishing a hereditary system that would last for thousands of years. This system, however, had a flaw. It allowed tyrants to rise. By the 16th century BCE, the Shah fell to a ruler named Jie, a sadist who filled his time with senseless violence and hedonism. It was here that a concept emerged that would define Chinese politics forever, the mandate of heaven. It stated that heaven gives noble men the right to rule, but if a leader becomes wicked, heaven will remove them. Heaven had clearly taken issue with Jie. The Shang dynasty overthrew him, bringing China into the Bronze Age and introducing the first written history on oracle bones. Yet the cycle repeated. The Shang were powerful, but their culture was brutal, sacrificing humans for good weather and burying slaves alive with their masters. Their last emperor, Di Xin, was a monster who ripped the heart out of his own uncle's chest. In 1046 BCE, the Zhou dynasty rose up, destroyed the Shang army, and claimed the mandate of heaven for themselves. Fast forward to the Warring States period. 7 kingdoms fought for the soul of China for centuries. The battles were sophisticated and brutal, with death tolls reaching the hundreds of thousands. Out of this chaos rose the state of Qin, led by Ying Zhang, the man who would become Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor. He was a legalist who believed people needed to be controlled through strict laws and fear. In just over a decade, he conquered every rival state. He gave China its name. He connected the Great Wall. He standardized the writing system. But he was terrified of one thing: death. He built a massive underground necropolis. 700,000 workers labored to create the terracotta warriors to protect him in the afterlife. Ironically, his quest for immortality killed him. He drank potions filled with mercury, thinking it would make him live forever. It didn't. The Qin fell quickly, but the blueprint remained. The Han dynasty took over, bringing back Confucianism and opening the legendary Silk Road. China was now a global superpower, trading all the way to Rome. But as we know, what goes up must come down. The Tang dynasty is often viewed as China's golden age. It was a time when the capital, Chang'an, was the most populated city in the world. Arts flourished and the empire expanded. But even gold can tarnish. In 755, a general named An Lushan launched a rebellion that would become one of the deadliest wars in human history. The Golden Age ended in cannibalism and siege warfare, with 20% of the empire's population perishing. But the worst was yet to come. From the north came the ultimate storm, Genghis Khan. Born clutching a blood clot, Genghis united the Mongol tribes and set his sights on the south. His conquests were ruthless, and his grandson, Kublai Khan, finished the job. The Yuan dynasty became the first time China was completely ruled by foreigners. Yet even the Mongols couldn't stop the cycle. Plague and peasant rebellions like the Red Turbans drove them out, paving the way for the native Ming dynasty to rise and build the massive stone Great Wall we see today.
By the 19th century, the Qing dynasty ruled a massive empire, but they made a fatal mistake. They closed their doors, restricting foreign trade to limit outside influence. They thought they were untouchable. They were wrong. The British wanted tea, and they found a way to pay for it: opium. When China tried to stop the drug trade by burning millions of pounds of opium, the British gunboats arrived. The Opium Wars were a total humiliation. China was forced to sign unequal treaties, giving up Hong Kong and opening its ports. The empire was rotting from the inside. Enter Hong Xiuquan. After failing his civil service exams 4 times, he suffered a mental breakdown and woke up believing he was the younger brother of Jesus Christ. He started the Taiping Rebellion. It wasn't just a revolt, it was a holy war. They captured Nanjing and established a heavenly kingdom. It took 15 years and between 20 and 30 million lives to put them down. The Qing survived the war, but they were a walking corpse. In 1912, the last emperor abdicated. The 2,000-year-old dynastic system was dead. But chaos wasn't. Warlords tore the country apart until a new civil war emerged: the nationalists versus the communists. Mao Zedong led the communists on the Long March, a brutal retreat where 90% of his forces died. But they survived, and in 1949, after Japan was defeated in World War II, Mao stood in Beijing and proclaimed the People's Republic of China. Peace was short-lived. Mao's Great Leap Forward aimed to modernize China overnight, but resulted in the deadliest famine in human history, with up to 45 million deaths. Then came the Cultural Revolution, tearing apart the very fabric of society to destroy old customs. But remember the cycle? After the collapse comes the rise. After Mao's death, Deng Xiaoping opened the markets. The economy boomed. In just a few decades, China transformed from a famine-stricken land to the world's second-largest economy. Under Xi Jinping, power is once again centralized, surveillance is ubiquitous, and the party's grip is absolute. The mandate of heaven is now the mandate of the party.